The best investment in 2024, how you are going to get rich starting this year. Angelo, we are going to discuss a particular asset class today. And I'm going to be honest, it is buying a home. Your primary residence is how you are going to get rich in your lifetime for most of you. The segments we're going to be talking about today, Angelo, are what assets make up wealth, the
Yeah.
income needed to comfortably afford a home by city. So we are going to look at cities in America and what that looks like buying a home, how much money you need to make a year to go buy that home, and how your primary residence can help you build wealth. And we're going to look at that appreciation. We're going to look at three cities in America and what that looks like, how that actually looks like over the next 7 or 15 years. And then at
Yep.
the end, we are going to tell you, well, Angela's going to tell you how to get started with your first home. If you get something valuable today, team, make sure you leave a like and watch all the way until the end, because there's a lot of value, a lot of good points here that we are going to discuss. Angela, are you ready?
Yeah, man. I'm thinking we're about to drop some good nuggets here, Gavin. So let's go ahead and get this thing going.
What assets make up wealth? So for a person that wants to set themselves up for long-term success, Angela, not get rich tomorrow, but for the long term,
Right.
why is home ownership important?
Homeownership is extremely important, A, because you need somewhere to live. And then also, B, you can accumulate wealth through homeownership. A majority of the millionaires, billionaires out there have achieved wealth through real estate. And you have to start by owning a primary residence. So from 10,000 to 1 billion in net worth. As you can see, just a little bit in that light green, a little bit is just liquid funds. Now, the orange, darker orange here, is primary residence. So as you can see, 10,000, 100,000 to a million, a majority of your net worth is made up of your principal residence. Okay, and then of course 10 million to a billion, it shifts from personal residence to owning businesses and business, real estate. So that's where the big shift is. But for us common folk, right? So 10,000 to a million net worth, we're looking at primary residence. We're going to use that to accumulate wealth, to start our journey on accumulating wealth through home ownership. So, and one thing I do want to point out here, which I think is definitely something to hone in on, is if you look at the vehicles, right, percent of assets on your net worth of $10,000. As you can see, I mean, your net worth is in your vehicle. Let's be honest, man. No, that's just a big no-no. So, and then of course, when the 100,000 to a million, there's a real big shift from a vehicle. So they don't really care about vehicles. It's more about owning real estate. So this is just an example here, a very good example here that you can see. It's all about wealth creation, and it starts with a primary residence.
So, Angela, you just pinned something out there about the vehicles. So, if you look at just the 10K net worth region, a majority of people have their net worth, second in line there with vehicles. So, is it wise to have a majority of your net worth in a vehicle instead of a home?
I don't think it's wise to have your net worth in a vehicle. It's a depreciating asset. And it's just, it's going to depreciate year over year until it's worth absolutely nothing. Whereas inversely, when it comes to owning real estate, it's going to appreciate year over year. And when you are done with that, or if you want to sell it or hold on to that to purchase another piece of property, it is worth money. Historically, as everybody knows, real estate there's only been one little blip from the recession. Real estate has always appreciated in value.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Because we were talking before the video just about the dichotomy of primary residence and your business interests, like you owning companies, and right, and what that shift happens, which are actually two different types of people here. But it is just hilarious how far vehicles being a big prominent asset as a 10,000 net worth individual, and how quickly that drops off, right? And so you only see a slow drop off going into that 10 million, 100 million, a billion, because these people that have that amount of money, that is not by a primary residence. I think most billionaires have somewhere between a $500 and $1 million home. because why would you own a home that's a couple $1,000,000? How hard is that to sell? It's very hard to sell a home at that
Right.
price, you know? So that, Angela, I think you broke that down very well, but that is just like in everything relating to this chart right here. A primary residence is very important. That there's
Super
no
important.
doubt about that.
It starts there. It literally starts there because nobody buys an investment property first and then buys a primary. They usually buy a primary and then grow from there.
Angelo, let's discuss the income needed to comfortably afford a home by city. So this is a great breakdown as, you know, I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of viewers across America right now, all right?
Right.
Some people maybe want to stay in their local hometown. Maybe people want to move. Maybe they have an online job where they're able to move anywhere, aka me. I can move anywhere I want in America right now. So this would be a good example for someone like me. But we're also going to bring it into people that, you know, you might be near a big city like Columbus, Ohio, and that might be an option for you. But you may need to know, okay, how much money do I need to go purchase a home? So what income is needed for home ownership? Let's look at the least expensive city in America and the most expensive city in America. And this, Angelo, is by Zillow right here. And I don't know if I told you this before, but the income, there's a change right here. You can see the change from January of 2020 when, you know, this is a couple months before the pandemic or when the pandemic really hit America. And then you have income needed up here, January 2024. So this is up-to-date information for this year.
Yep. So let's take a look at this. So we're going to start at the top. So Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the income needed to afford a mortgage is just shy of $60,000. We're at $58,232. It's changed since January of 2020. The Zillow Home Index, as you can see here, $201,000 purchase price in that area in Pittsburgh, PA. The monthly mortgage payment with 10% down, you're looking at about $1,200, just shy of $1,300 at $1,286. So could take you about 5.5 years to save up for that payment. So let's scroll to, let's take a look at another. Let's look at San Jose. This is the most expensive area to purchase a home. We have the income needed is $454,000.
Yeah. Crazy.
Let me say that again. $454,296. I didn't add that 296. And it looks like from right here, the home is 1.4, almost $1.5 million is what the home prices are in there. So that is, it's insane to me in that area what income is needed to actually purchase a home. So I'm not going to be moving to San Jose, California anytime soon. I can promise you that, brother.
As you look at this chart, Angelo, what are some cities that you would consider moving to for an affordable house that is under $100,000?
Yeah, perfect. I was right about to say, let's go ahead and look at under $100,000. We're going to start with Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, and Buffalo. So Columbus, Ohio, just shy of $100,000 income in that area, $95,821. The average price of a home is just shy of $300,000 at $297,637. So 10% down payment on that purchase price, you're looking at just shy of $2,000 at $1,899. So take about 7 years or so to save up for it. Next, we're going to go to Cincinnati, Ohio. We're at $86,027 of income and $267,423 in purchase price. That payment with 10% down to $1,709. Take you about almost 7 years to save up for it. And then last but not least here, we're going to go to Buffalo, New York. Right. Yeah, I think I skipped.
At the top.
I think I skipped one, but we're going to go to Buffalo, New York here. So $76,000, right? $77,000. It's cold in Buffalo. I wouldn't move there because of that reason. But just to look at some differences here, $77,000, $242 purchase price, down payment, 10%. And you're looking at a mortgage payment around $1,547. Takes about 6.5 years to save up for that down payment. So this gives you a good indication of you have the cheapest area, the most expensive area, and then the middle of the road when it comes to like less than $100,000 purchase price. So, I mean, hey man, if you're looking to start home ownership and you're looking at any one of these areas, just don't think it's not attainable. Just look at these numbers right here. The proof is in the pudding.
The third thing we're going to talk about today is how your primary residence can build wealth through appreciation. So, Angelo, we're going to go through 3 cities right now and what this looks like for you owning a home and the money you're going to accumulate in appreciation from 7 years to 15 years. And so, Angela, why did you choose this 7 year and this 15-year range?
So 7 years is because 4 to 7 years is the average life of a loan that somebody stays in a home or the loan itself. So I did it on the back half of that just to show you how much appreciation you could get. And then also 15 years, if you stayed in that home, raised your family, you're going to sit tight. You love the home, you love the area, you love the family, and you're going to sit tight and see how much you can. I wanted to show you how much that appreciation is different from 7 years to 15 years. So here we go. As you can see here, appreciation in Austin, Texas, 7 years, estimated home value of $530,000. And we're just considering a 3% minimum down payment for a conventional loan. So it's 3% on 530, you're at 15.9 and about $7,500 in closing costs, right? As you can see, the appreciation is $76,000 in 7 years, and it's $214,000 in 15 years. That's a ton of appreciation, right? So you're based on your average rate of return on your investment. You're at 436 on 7 years and 1,299% in 15 years. So just easily laying it out right here, the facts, 7 years, 15 years, you're going to win regardless. You're just going to keep on winning if it's 15 years. So I went ahead and did a couple other cities here for you there, Gav. So we have Raleigh, North Carolina, 7 years versus 15 years, estimated home value 425. Appreciation in after 7 years in Raleigh is about 102,000. It's a little bit more than the previous city because the average rate of return, the forecasted rate of return is higher. It's about 3%. So 102 in 7 years and $249,000 in 15 years. Return on investment, 745%. Return on investment, 1,899%. I mean, the fact is just right here in the numbers, it just goes to show building wealth through real estate. Now, Nashville. I picked Nashville. I got a little soft spot in my heart for Nashville because I lived right outside of Nashville in Madison, Tennessee for about 2 years. Estimated home value is $450,000. Appreciation based on the forecast annual appreciation is 3.28%. So $114,000 in 7 years, $285,000 in 15 years. You can see the rate of return, 790%, 2,060% rate of return based on 3% down with closing costs. So just wanted to reiterate the importance of building wealth through real estate, and here it is.
Yes, Angela, you're building a lot of equity, especially, look at Nashville, Tennessee here. You're building a lot of equity in this house over 15 years. And if you think back to the chart that we showed at the beginning of this video, we were showing how important that primary residence is, all right?
Yep.
And then this is like the real world example. Over years, nothing happens overnight. This takes years to accumulate, this equity. But you see, this is attainable for someone. This is attainable if you are a $70,000 a year earner. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, congrats. You're going to go be able to buy a nice house there and you will see appreciation. If you're looking at one of these cities, this is attainable for you. This kind of goes back to everything we talked about, Angela, about buying versus renting. How important buying is for young people.
Yeah. No, it really is. And these are based on future forecast, not the historical, which has been probably 2 to 3x what that is. So these are awesome numbers right here. Now, how to purchase a home. Kevin, do you want to tell them or do you want me to tell them?
I don't want to tell them.
Okay, I'll tell them. So if you're looking to purchase a home, you need to get with a mortgage guy. I'm not licensed in Austin, Texas, but I have people that are. But you need to get with a local mortgage guy. If you're in this area, I'd love to help. In my area, you got to do an application. We got to look at your income, got to look at your assets, all that good stuff. We'll tell you about the pitfalls, what do's and don'ts of buying a home. Don't buy a new car. Don't shuffle money in from a duffel bag and put any crazy amounts of cash in your bank right before closing. So we'll tell you all about the do's and don'ts with that common pitfalls. So if I was to say anything for anybody looking to purchase or try to accumulate wealth, the time is now. The time's always been now. Nobody in the past has said, never wish I bought that piece of real estate. So that's my 2 thoughts. And that is... that's what I'm sticking to, brother.
Hey, Angelo, if anyone was listening today, they really see how important their primary residence is.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
You get big people talking about, renting, like it's rent, buy versus rent is such a big topic right now, right? But that is not renting. You don't have an investment there. You do not have an investment there. And it's funny when I think about some people that comment under your videos, Angelo, and they comment, well, home isn't an investment.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely it is. It appreciates every year. How is that not an
Right.
investment?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand how well they would say some shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, we just proved them wrong right here. So
I like it, Angelo. Team, if you got something valuable here, make sure you like the video. I think there was a lot of good tidbits out of here. I think there's a lot of good data out of here that definitely portrays why home ownership is important. Most people gain wealth through real estate, through their primary residence. That was shown here today, okay? If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And Angelo, we will be back next week. Bye, guys.